Yo, what's up, spaghetti saucers? If you're wondering why my openings are always so awkward, it's because for some reason when I start recording, my computer decides to freeze up. Anyways, I'm back, and I got a lot of stuff to say. First off, Mennonite has set out to practice his swordplay. Uses blade to clear the way. Okay, so while I was while I was gone, I kind of dabbled in the Kirby community, and wow. I don't know what I expected from a Nintendo community, but considering Kirby can't really even be that great of a community, yeah. Anyways, I found out that this remake is in fact bad, and now I'm just thinking, why didn't I just play the original and then do this, like, after? That way it would, is it being choppy? That way it wouldn't feel the same. Anyways, this is basically extra mode, except you may have noticed I am in fact playing as the funny knight guy, who's pretty cool if you ask me. I don't trust this. Also, there's no goal game in this for some reason. I don't trust this. I'll be back with the stuff soon. Okay. Alright, I turned down my settings a bit. I don't know. It seemed choppy. It didn't seem too bad. The colors have been kind of weird if you haven't noticed. And it seemed like upping the resolution fixed that. Anyways, we are playing as Mennonite, and he has multiple moves, if you didn't notice. Like, he can do that. But he's also very heavy, but he's also very fast. He's kind of strange. He's a strange fellow, this Mennonite. But, what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I'm not doing the Dark Matter trilogy next anymore. I'm just never gonna do the Dark Matter trilogy. How many times has it been postponed? Anyways, right before I left, or not right before, a couple days before I left, I got some more Kirby games. I got Canvas Curse, Mass Attack, and Superstar Ultra. Now, Superstar Ultra is on the DS, and not on the Wii U, so I can't record it with my capture card. So, unfortunately, well, I think you know where that's going. But you know what? Maybe it's Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon's fault. I'm gonna get a game over. I'm a bit rusty. Anyways, what else was I saying? I had a lot of stuff to say. Yeah, I'm gonna do Superstar Ultra next. We're just never gonna do the Dark Matter trilogy. We will. That's a joke. But I keep getting things I want to do. Also, I probably could have did this before I left, because I unlocked Knightmare, which is what this mode. I unlocked Knightmare, like the day after I beat the game, on the channel. So I could have done this a while ago. But okay, my thought was, so if you don't upload on YouTube, your channel it gets put on life support, right? And that kind of sucks. So unless you get like a big video, your views are gonna go. That was a weird noise. Yeah, your views die. So my thought was, right, Mennonite's a cool dude. And people like Mennonite. The most viewed video in the series so far is the one where I fight Mennonite. So my thought was, in order to stop my channel from dying, I do the Mennonite mode. And because Mennonite's such a cool guy, people will want to watch that. Anyways, I think I mentioned this already, but Mennonite actually has moves. Like, he can do that, or he can do that. He's pretty neat. He can't do, like, the Mach Tornado or anything. When we get to Superstar Ultra, there's gonna be a similar mode, except it's a lot better, because, like, Mennonite gets more abilities, and, he actually gets a mode all to himself. I kind of like just being able to play the whole game as Mennonite, but, you know. Sword. I think Sword Knight is the British one, and, Blade Knight is the one that can't speak. Mr. Flosky. I could really use some lives. Also, I think Mennonite is stronger than Sword. Which, I mean, you saw how ridiculous Sword could be previously? It's kind of an impressive feat there, Mennonite. But it's also cheating, because, when we fought you, you gave us normal Sword. Also, you may have noticed Mennonite has wings, and in future games where Mennonite is playable, his wings act like the wing ability, right? Not in this game. You know, a game where there's quite literally a whole world about climbing up, and where being able to fly for damage while climbing up is like a safety thing. You know, that would be pretty useful, but overrated. Alright. I wonder what his most powerful move is. Let's see, what else do we got? Midair. Yeah. He's still very limited. But he's cool. He's Mennonite. How could he not be? Alright. I guess we're gonna do the same thing we did in the first episode of Normal. We're just gonna do the first 3 worlds. Also, this is basically extra mode, which is why I didn't want to do extra mode, because then it would feel even more the same. So, I'm really scared of this mode, because if I remember correctly, you get a game over, you have to restart the whole thing. I forgot to do my save state. By the way, I'll save state after the level, because I don't feel right save stating in the middle of a level. That was the old me. I used to use save states way too often. No! I turned into Mennonite for that, no. Hey, tornado. This move is really... I keep, like, wanting to say things and then I forget them. That's the problem with actually coming up with things to say. When you do it when you're alone, and you have to start a new thing after leaving, when you actually have things to say now. Alright. I didn't use save states in normal extra mode, by the way. Just something cool I thought I would share. I have too many things to say. That's one thing, you know. I think I said at one point I've given up on being funny. And I kind of just let it come naturally now. You know, forcing to be funny. And like sometimes I'll come up with, you know, a joke on the spot, and then either I'm like talking about something else, and then I just forget it, or I don't know. Same thing. Alright, let's see what actually happens if you get a game over. Game over. Oh, cool. I ruined my perfect record, though. Yeah, if you reset, you do have to restart, though. Which makes sense. So I still have to use save states, actually. So I guess I did not commit a sin this time. I mean, there's just so much to talk about with Mennonite. I mean, look at him. He's got a mask. And he looks like Kirby. He's got a sword called Galaxia. That's a pretty cool name for a sword, if you ask me. Why does this not have an invincibility? I feel like the dash move should have an invincibility there. Getting used to the flight is really weird. Because, yeah, he's very heavy. I don't know if you can probably notice it, but, yeah, he's very heavy. Just look how fast he drops. The downward thrust makes him fall, like, less. That's how heavy he seems. And he just sprouts wings. Like, he has wings, I know, but not at this point in time. So he just kind of looks weird, just growing wings out of nowhere. Because I think he gets the wings from his cape. Speaking of, he looks really cursed without his cape. I don't know if that's just me. I think the cape kind of completes his design. And it just looks weird. Because it makes him look bald. Like, look at him. He's bald. It's kind of creepy, honestly. Mennonite without a cape is creepier than Zero could ever be. Zero wishes he could be like Mennonite without a cape. Also, Mennonite does not care if he's underwater. I forgot. That's another thing I forgot to mention. He can just do anything he wants underwater. Like, he can still swim, of course. But, like, the swim is basically hovering for this. He basically can just control, like, normal underwater. That's cool. I'm really glad I don't have to restart if I get a game over, though. Because that would get tedious fast. I didn't have a hard time with extra mode, though. Like, I got maybe, like, 3 game overs throughout the whole game. Get away from me, Bronto birds. Dude, Bronto birds are scary. Look at them. They fly. I can't do that. Hi, Mennonite. Dad. Hi, Mennonite. Traitors. You know, what's... I know this isn't canon, but what's the lore for this? Why are the Mennonites trying to kill Mennonite? Hard battle. We'll get through this. Also, sorry that my green screen doesn't look great. It's not very sunny out. I kind of rely on the sun. Snipe. Okay, this guy needs to go. Any moment now, that skull guy is gonna come. The skeleton will appear. Not that time, boy. Boom. The door looked weird. Did you see that? The door was like gray. What the hell? I don't know why this is so much harder. Like, I use sword a lot. So I don't know why this would be different. I guess it's just Mennonite's heavier, like I mentioned. You probably noticed, but Mennonite can't use copy abilities. He always has sword. I figured that would be obvious, but I guess I'll mention it. You know, why is that? Because, like, Mennonite's Kirby, right? Like, or not Kirby, but, like, he's part of the species. Why can't he use copy abilities? He probably can, but just chooses to use sword. Or, like, maybe... Because there's Mennonite and Galactonite, who are both, like, very similar. And Galactonite's also probably the Kirby species. So, Mennonite's probably, like, the next evolution. Like, this will be eventually what Kirby looks like, but pink. So maybe once you grow arms, you can't use copy abilities. Small price to pay. You can use a sword and great. Or a lance. Or a butterfly. You know, spoilers, but you can use a butterfly if you have arms. At the start, I just put out everything I had to say, minus the stuff I forgot, and now I can't think of anything. Anyways, we got an arena now, that's good. And some easy doors. So now we can get maximum tomatoes. By the way, we haven't gotten to the puzzles yet, but you're gonna see, Mennonite can really just do whatever he wants. His sword, fire, you know, it works. I think the hammer stakes make sense, because, like, his sword is pretty powerful, so he could be able to just go. I don't get how it can light things on fire, though. That seems a bit odd. That was worth it. Lose a health to gain the health. I don't like how heavy he is. I don't think he is in the future versions of Knightmare. Sword. The blade. I don't know. I should probably just look that up. Getting lots of lives. Can't get that one. Too risky. Kaboom. Should I do my Mennonite voice for this? Probably not. Every time I die, I die inside. Got him. Perish. I don't know how Mennonite's supposed to get the Poppy Bros on Maximum Tomatoes. Maybe if you just position yourself right. Anyways, high paint roller, aka easy as possible. Actually, let's not die. Play it safe. That's interesting. I forgot. Mennonite doesn't. That was weird. Mennonite doesn't get the star rod. Mennonite doesn't get the star rod pieces. By the way, this mode isn't canon. If you're wondering, I don't think. I mean, I don't think Mennonite fights Mennonite yet. But what am I trying to say here? I don't think Mennonite fights Mennonite in the real Kirby canon. But the other versions of this, I think, are okay, I think, at least in Planet Robobot's case, because I think this was confirmed, I think what it is it's just one of those, like, what-if scenarios that didn't actually happen, but they're meant to give you clues on what actually does happen. You know, they're there for lore reasons. But I think the Superstar Ultra one is canon, because, I guess it's not really a spoiler, because, like, by that point, he's not really a character, he just kind of appears. Because in that mode, that's when Galactonite gets, like, released. And obviously Galactonite has appeared a lot since then. And he also, you know, fought Void Terminus. But we'll get to that. There's lots of lore with that guy that I do not feel like opening up right now. Like, yeah. Galactonite, he gets released. And that has, like, things on the real world. So I think Mennonite Ultra is canon. This one definitely isn't. And the one in Planet Robobot, like I said, it's not canon, but it's there. Aside from maybe the Galactonite fights, I think all the Galactonite fights are canon, but they don't really give how, considering, well, Mennonite Ultra, like I said, it's there. In Return to Dreamland, he's just in the True Arena. And what's the next game he's in? Planet Robobot, I guess? I think so. Yeah, in Planet Robobot, he's got the DNA. Because the reason I say that is, like, each time you beat Galactonite, something happens. What I mean, like, alright, so in the in Mennonite Ultra, where I don't know why I'm talking about Galactonite now, but in Mennonite Ultra, he's like, he appears, he gets out of his seal, you kill him, and then he flies off. Or maybe he gets sealed away again, I don't remember. Then, in the true arena, you fight him as Kirby, and he's either still in, yeah, he flew off, because when you beat him as Kirby, he gets sealed away again. Then, in Return to Dreamland, when you saw, he's sealed away, like he is at the end of, Mennonite Mode, or not. Kirby lore is ruining my brain. I'm sorry. It's not really that complicated, but it still hurts my brain. And people say Kingdom Hearts lore is complicated. But alright, so when you beat him as Kirby in Superstar Ultra, he gets sealed. Then in Return to Dreamland, he breaks out of his seal. Then in Planet Robobot? Yeah, in Planet Robobot, because... Hi, Mennonite. In Planet Robobot, he's like, you know, he comes out of a dimensional portal thingy. So, like, he flew off, and I think he destroyed a planet that was mentioned. You know, just because, why not? I'm saying a lot, I'm sorry. I know that's annoying, but basically, alright. Then you beat him as Mennonite, he's sealed. We fight him as Kirby, he's not sealed. Or he is sealed, then he breaks out of his seal. And he probably flies off again. Then in Star Allies, he's back, and he's not sealed, I don't think. He comes out of the dimensional portal thingy, and he's like, hey, what's up? And then, well, I won't say that part, because you'll see what happens, but... Yeah, I don't know why I just decided to talk about Galactonite lore randomly. I mean, not even Galactonite lore, I didn't even get to the whole Void Terminus stuff, but... Hey, bonkers. You may have a hammer, but I have a sword. I almost said I have a gun. Mennonite's special attack. I'm still excited to see what Ranger Kirby is like. I think I'm just gonna make Forgotten Land, like, its own episodes. I don't think I'm gonna stream it. Just because, like, streaming's annoying. If the green screen falls over, because it's been doing that a lot for some reason. If the green screen falls over mid-stream, I have to just pause the stream for a long time, and set it back up again. It's really annoying, because it happened on stream one time. It made me very sad. If I can quickly change the subject and go back to that Knightmare in Dreamland versus Adventure thing, I do want to point out, I do think this is very dumb, that the butter building doesn't spin. Like, why? Alright, but... Gosh, I forget. Oh yeah, so if you know, I'm probably just gonna record Forgotten Land. I don't think I'm gonna stream it. So that way I can... Did they make this area brighter since Mennonite can't use light? Wow. I think they did. I wonder if they do that for that one secret. Remember, where you have to use light? You don't have to, but it's very much like, oh, if you don't use light, you're never gonna find it on your own. Alright, let's fight Krakow. Not Krakow, it's Mr. Shine, Mr. Gray, isn't it? Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna record Forgotten Land as its own episode. I won't put spoilers in the thumbnail, because I'm not cringe, like, you know who. If you've been on Nintendo YouTube, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Putting spoilers and thumbnails. My eye is burning. I should probably stop playing so much Kirby for hours at a time. I think my Kirby addiction is hurting the ones I love. Anyways, we're 26 minutes in. So you know what that means? It's time to end the episode. It's kind of weird how no goal games cuts down on basically 4 minutes. Or even more, probably. Anyways, I'm going to end this here. Only going to be one Kirby video tonight because there's a Nintendo Direct, and that's going to be the second video. So anyways, yeah, bye.